What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. I want to talk a little bit about yesterday's video. Maybe I didn't do a good enough job of explaining the rationale for why I'm concerned about QB1. We're going to look at facts, okay? I know a lot of people like to think, oh, you're just negative, oh, you're just critiquing, oh, you're just nitpicking. These are facts, okay? You can't dispute this. This is direct from EA. This is last year when they're selling us Madden 19, the power of Frostbite and franchise, immersive environments. Playing as a coach or owner, you'll be exploring your coach's office, interact with players. This does not happen. We know this. You all have this game. You've seen it. I want you to look at what EA told us about Madden 20 Quarterback 1 franchise mode. Last line, at this point, you will start your typical franchise experience, but your quarterback will be unique to face the franchise QB1 experience. This is not telling you everything is rebuilt. This is not telling you ground up fresh start. So when you look at what we've been shown and what we have now, you can make the conclusion of, okay, this is the player mode. We have the coach, we have the owner, naturally the player is here now. If you look to the left, you'll see things to do, team, options. All these things are the tree that is currently in Madden. Preseason expectations, play preseason game, advance the week. These are the things that we have now. They've literally just been moved from the right side of the screen to the left side of the screen, and we now have the ability to be the player. When you go and you look at what they sold us last year, this is one of the biggest issues I had. They talked about living in franchise. A lot of people clung to that. Oh, we're going to live in franchise mode. That's what they wanted us to do. But as we went through and played, we learned those cutscenes were the same videos over and over and over. Yes, people joked your coach doesn't age. Yes, people made videos about half the coach's head being cut off. Yes, people joked that the same computer, the same background, the same cell phone images were used. There was no depth, there was no replayability, the pictures in the backgrounds changed. So when someone looks at this, it's a logical conclusion to say, okay, last year they sold us an immersive environment. They told us we would live in this franchise. And it underdelivered on just about every single way that it could. Now they're not selling us this immersive environment. They're instead just showing us screenshots of where you're interacting with static information. Static information is shown here. It's not telling you you've been drafted to replace Andy Dalton, but Andy Dalton is a beloved quarterback in Cincinnati. You're going to have a long road ahead of you to take his place in the hearts of fans and management. But the manager, the owner, they want to give you an opportunity to play this game. There's nothing here that signifies to me what is going on in this franchise. Instead, it is ultra generic terms. Like we talked about last night, move the ball, accumulate yardage. Those are traditionally not ways a quarterback is told to go out and perform. Now, for people that want to sit here and say, well, you're nitpicking this. Look, they can put out whatever they want right now. EA is in total control. They could put out some of the most in-depth images, some of the most detailed statements, and make people genuinely think there is something in this quarterback one mode that is going to revolutionize the way football game franchises are perceived and made. But instead, they chose to put out this. That, to me, speaks volumes. If you look at what they did last year, what they said versus what we actually got provided, and you can't dispute that. We have the game. We can go back and actually look and say, beyond the shadow of a doubt, they promised immersive environments and they didn't deliver. Anyone that thinks last year was an immersive environment, I need you to create a video and explain to me why. Because last year was cutscenes that got played over and over again. And there's nothing said this year that makes us believe that that's not the case. And that was a major, major flaw. That was a major criticism people had. So now you're not telling me it's going to change in where you have in the past. And we're just assuming. We're just assuming now it is going to change. That's lunacy. When they told us it was going to change, it didn't. Now when they don't tell us it's going to change, we expect that it will. But I'm the one making exceptions about the game. I'm the one that's being negative. I'm the one that's not giving it a fair opportunity. Listen, if you want to nitpick this, okay? If we really wanted to nitpick this, The player is sitting down with a hand warmer on. I think we all know cell phone rules in the NFL are way too stringent. I don't know that he would have a cell phone in the locker room. I feel like if a coach was going to tell someone they were going to be a starter as a quarterback, that would be a face-to-face conversation, not done via text messages. But I'm also looking at this and I'm saying, a lot of people have had grievances about these shoulder pads, myself included. And when I look at this image, it doesn't appear that we've made any changes. Now, granted, this is a cutscene. This is just a player ported over from a creative player. Maybe you could adjust those. But we also know a lot of people have complained about the shoulder pads being unrealistic on quarterbacks, and now in a quarterback one mode, we're being shown these unrealistic shoulder pads again. So how much are they really listening when even the small things, the minor details, the player models can't be adjusted? I'm sorry, it leaves a lot of questions. It leaves a lot of concerns. Because for all the things they haven't done right, they continue to show us they're not putting the game in a position to be successful. They're not selling us the game as something they want to be successful by delivering on our expectations. Love to know your thoughts on this. Appreciate you checking out. I will be back very shortly with more commentary.